Okay, so we've already done a Dix-Hallpike on Mackenzie here, and we've established that she has symptoms of right posterior canalithiasis. So today we're going to do an Epley maneuver, which is going to help to correct those symptoms. Hi Mackenzie, my name is Jessica. I'm a student physical therapist. I'm going to be working with you today. So we did this last test and we were able to figure out where your symptoms were coming from. So now we're going to do a treatment to help address that, okay? When you get your dizziness, do you get nausea?
Only if I move like super fast.
Super fast, okay. So I'm gonna keep a trash can really close by just in case, because this is going to provoke your symptoms, okay? So your symptoms are gonna get worse during the treatment, but if it gets to the point where you just can't do it anymore, you just let me know, okay? Are you having any dizziness right now?
No.
Okay, great. So because we already did the Dix-Hallpike, we've already cleared her cervical spine, we know that her range of motion looks good, and we also know that she's able to lie supine for the treatment. So we're not gonna recheck that today. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do, go ahead and swing your legs up for me. Okay, and I've got your little trash can right over here for you if you need it. All right, so I'm gonna put my hands around your neck, okay? My hands are cold, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna rotate you a little bit, and then on the count of 3, I'm gonna have you go ahead and lay on back for me, okay? So ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good. Okay. So as I'm holding her in this position, I'm looking for the presence of nystagmus. And we know that with canalithiasis, we know that the symptoms are pretty latent, so it's gonna come on after a few seconds, but it's gonna fatigue fairly quickly. So we're gonna pretend, for the purpose of this video, that her nystagmus is lasting about 20 seconds here. And then after that 20 seconds period, we're gonna hold it for an additional 30 seconds. You doing okay so far? Okay, how's your dizziness? Pretty good. Okay, any nausea?
No.
So we're gonna pretend that 30 seconds has now passed. And so now what I'm gonna do, Mackenzie, is I'm gonna go ahead and rotate you to the other direction. So once I rotate you, you're gonna keep your head extended, but you're gonna be facing the other way. So your head's gonna be downwards, okay? Okay. Are you ready? So 1, 2, and 3. Doing okay? Okay. So same thing, we're looking at her nystagmus. You're gonna wait until that nystagmus goes away and then hold for an additional 30 seconds. So we're gonna pretend that that has passed. Okay, so now what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you roll onto your left side. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through this, okay? So when you end this test, your face is gonna be pointing downwards. Your nose is gonna be pointed towards the floor, okay? So I'm gonna have you go ahead and bend your right knee for me. Perfect, and then you're gonna lead with your right arm as you turn to the left, okay? So ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good job. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, we're holding here for that same amount of time, and then the 30 seconds, and then once that goes away, once that 30 seconds is done, I'm gonna have you go ahead and sit on up. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Run, push, and sit up. Good, and sit. Keep looking, good. And hang out there for just a few seconds. Good, and then that would conclude the treatment. Okay, so now I'm gonna demonstrate the Semont maneuver, which is gonna address posterior cupulolithiasis. So in Mackenzie's case, her right side is affected. Okay, Mackenzie, so here's what this one is gonna look like. I'm gonna rotate you to the left, rotate your head to the left side, and I'm gonna quickly move you down onto your right side, okay? Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab onto the sides of your head, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have you go ahead and grab onto my forearm so you have something to hold on to, okay? So I'm gonna rotate you to the left. You okay right there? Okay, and on 3, I'm gonna have you lift your legs up onto the table and I'm gonna quickly move you down on your right side, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna hang out here for 2 minutes. Okay. And during this time, I can let go and she's gonna have to kind of control her own head because obviously if she's gonna do this at home for a self maneuver, she'll have to learn how to control that. So by doing so, I can let go and she can put a hand underneath her head to kind of support, or I can put a pillow there. Most important thing is just making sure that she's maintaining that same position. And she's gonna hold this for 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes, so now Mackenzie, I'm gonna have you stay facing, turn your head to the left, and I'm gonna sit you up and I'm gonna move you to the other side. So you're gonna go to your left side now, okay? And it's gonna be a pretty quick movement, so hold on to my forearms. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. You okay? Okay. And same thing here, she's gonna hold for 2 minutes and I can take my arms away, but just making sure that she's staying in this position. So we're gonna pretend that 2 minutes has gone by And now I'm gonna sit her up. And on 3, we're gonna sit up, okay? 1, 2, 3. And she's gonna sit here for a few seconds, kind of get her bearings. And then the test is done.